stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
We're gonna sign. Check right 54. Right 54. Here I come. Slam, slam, slam.
Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Get right, lock it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone. One
play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Check 4, X3, 218, jump.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 1st down, Darnold. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Darnold. And he completes it to Cohen.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Darnold. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So remember now, they've had some problems with Assad here that have dogged visiting kickers in the first few years of Levi Stadium. Well, really any kicker for that matter.
Yeah.
Not sure if that had any effect there, Charles, but that was not the greatest of kicks.
And no, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary on that one. The field looks to be in great shape. He just kind of botched it.
Yeah, I agree. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The few issues here on the offensive line, apparently He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Go.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 50. Check 50. Watch twins. Watch twins. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Check right 54. Right 54. I don't think you got it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Here goes that. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue there. Blue there.
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
61, matchbox lights. Mike 28.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Got it. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Kaepernick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Kaepernick. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 55. Go. Let's go get it.
Kaepernick now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw is Kaepernick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Double dog, that's the way. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3. Go. Watch the slide. Motion.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the double. 55. Drop these. Hey, check right. Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick.
Let's bring it.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They run again with Breida.
You ain't going nowhere.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bears take over 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Ladies. Pilot, 64, weak.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll find Miller. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. The catch made by Miller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Undercut. Greystone, travel.
Throwing again is Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did, you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Right there. 54 miles. Here we go.
Darnold now to throw. He's got Burton here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Hey, wahoo! Watch the out. Hey, number 28, Mike. Go.
In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
You ready? Watch it, it's a party now. Let's get it.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are meant
dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands.